Hello, everyone. We are back. We've taken quite the hiatus because you know what? Life is life, and we want to do this. This is for fun. But we're going to get right back to it. We're going to start another arc. We're at the beginning of arc three. And do remember that we're using an Evil Hat uh, book. It's what is it? Blades in the Dark, but we're using the variation of Band of Blades. So go ahead and check that out. The links are in our tweet or whatever they call it now. I don't know. Do you still tweet on X or do you express yourself on X? I don't know what you do anymore. All right, so we're gonna get hop right into this because it's been a long time. So enjoy the bumpy ride because we haven't played this system in a little while. So enjoy and learn with us. But it's all you, Michael.
All right. Hello and welcome to World War Bug, the epic insect military saga that takes you through a massive conflict, one teeny tiny battle at a time. This is episode one of arc number three, The Kitchen's Cold Winds. And this episode is entitled Hell in the Freezer. I will do a real quick uh, news article and then sort of hopefully, yeah. Look, sometimes the internet goes wrong too. We'll persevere. Um, so I'll do a quick news article, a quick recap, and then we'll get into it. But first,
think we
Did we
lost
lose
him.
him already?
We might have lost him already. Oh no.
Immediately.
He manifested it is what happened.
He well and truly did. He just like, I hope it doesn't happen.
Oh no.
Oh, this is slightly awkward.
Awkward. Yep. Oh man. Well.
Oh.
Oh.
Ooh.
Maybe.
I
Immediately.
am back. Okay. I know. The cursed look. At least we're not, sitting in a trench. And the equipment stops working then, So, like I said,
Yep.
we'll try and get through it. But first, before we do those recaps, let's go ahead and meet our players and welcome them to this game of World War Bug. We got two regulars here. Very happy to have them, and a special returning guest. So, please tell me who you are and who you're playing, how they're feeling. All right, starting with Patrick.
Hello, I am Patrick, and I am playing Sergeant Ektom Lucano, a large army ant soldier. Both, a army ant soldier, as in like the morphology, as well as the actual class soldier. He's real beaten up right now. But he realized that after the last couple of times, he really needs to know how to handle explosives. He took some training en route to the kitchen, and is now a grenadier as well. He now actually knows how to use it.
I love that. All right. Joining us as well, another wonderful returning regular. We have Nick.
Hello there. I'm Nick, and I'm once again playing Lance Corporal Max Flores, the sniper, who last time had a very interesting run-in with a mantis and survived. Not without, and he's now a little bit paranoid about things in the woods now. So,
Well, it's good to get out of nature, which is what you're doing in this episode.
oh, but they're everywhere, man.
But yeah,
They're everywhere.
the scythe. The scythe, that nasty mantis hitman who you guys did succeed in defeating. Joining us as well, and we're extremely happy to have him here, extremely grateful he could join us. It is Dallas.
Hey, everybody. I'm Dallas. I'm happy to be playing Corporal Stilly Dreamtree, officially Estelle, but please call me Stilly. I would greatly appreciate that. It's taken a long time. People usually know me as Stilly now, because, geez, I just almost forgot my first name several times introducing my own self. But, it's the way it goes. It's a pleasure to be here. I hope to be able to help. War is a terrible thing. I've seen too much of it, but I figure if I can keep our soldiers going, then maybe we can be the ones to stop.
Whoa, I love it. And a medic, extremely useful in this game. What kind of insect or bug is Stilly Dreamtree?
Oh, I'd say ladybug for sure.
Oh, excellent. All right. So now that we've time for a quick yeah. Several days have do an adventure from the backyard front and the sandbox. Amazed by my dances telling the story of the soldiers of Hillington as they did battle with the forces of Nessenheim and the Termite Empire. However, this is truly a world war, encompassing the entirety of the Bloom household and a little bit of the forest behind their backyard. And inside the house, past the sliding doors over the patio, the fires of war burn bright indeed. Here, the ancient and mighty Kitchen Empire has ruled since time immemorial, encompassing a vast landscape from the air conditioning swept plains of the counter to the towering and rich collections of food in the fridge and the bustling city of St. Rubbermaid. The Kitchen Empire has long been ruled by the autocratic Trash Czar. Now, the Kitchen Empire finds itself attacked by two powers of the Central Swarms, the ruthless and power-hungry Nessenheim Empire under the Iron Kaiser, and the crumbling multicultural dual monarchy of the Beetle Weevil Empire. It is into this battlefield, full of scrumptious crumbs and old hatreds, that the Grenade is into this battlefield, full of scrumptious crumbs and old hatreds, come the Greenleaf Guards. They are seeking their own enemy as the war continues. But once they are chilled by the kitchen's cool winds, there is but one objective: survive. All right, so a quick recap, because it's been a while. We are in the Bloom household, the home of an entomologist who has let all sorts of insects kind of escape and run around her house and form these great insect civilizations that are now in the throes of a terrible war. Previously, you guys had a big battle in the backyard. You're all soldiers for the Hillington Empire, the Ants of the Hill. Big battle against Nessenheim there, but it went to a bloody sort of stalemate. Then there was an attempt to kind of cut through them from the side, cutting through the swimming pool and the sandbox, which you guys helped as well, including assisting the pill bugs inside the sandbox in a daring revolt against the Nessenheim's allies, the Termite Empire. The termites were defeated, suffered some severe losses, but they're still holding on. And whilst was going on, you guys uncovered something truly horrible. There is an arms dealer by the name of Sir Basil Rosemary Time, a slaver ant who is in a flying airship made out of a happy 25th anniversary balloon. And he's been capturing bugs, often like, little bugs, pupa, that are orphaned by the war, and bringing them aboard his ship, capturing them for sort of an unknown purpose. So while he's been siphoning up refugees, you guys fell afoul of his ally inside Hillington, an intelligence officer, an ant named Captain Little. And Little, seeking to get rid of you guys, sent you to the east. So now you are entering inside the house and into the kitchen. All right. So we'll do sort of a real quick role-playing scene, because though you're going to the kitchen, it's a pretty maybe a desperate situation. You do have some allies. So the Greenleaf Guards are being accompanied by a bunch of ants or not ants, a bunch of bugs from the flower beds. Um, this is where the war actually started. It's a bunch of kind of like sort of smaller countries, civilizations that have become sort of like a major battlefield as all these greater empires wash over them. But they're still fighting for their independence. Um, so the flower bed, they're called the Daffodil Regiment. They are a bunch of katydids. They're led by Flora Concrete, who is a female ant soldier that started as a nurse who was helping them and has graduated to becoming like a full-on officer in their and fighter in their group. So, all you guys, these katydids, you're soldiers. You made it inside the house. You made it through the door, and you've reached a place called the East Cupboard. So it's like a big wooden cabinet. You've been able to crawl inside. It's all shadowed. Um, it's pretty kind. It's this is definitely like the frontier of the war, and you guys are sort of like marching along. Floor Concrete is leading you, and you guys notice that there are some like spider webs sort of in your way. So what you guys do is you're moving through this vast shadowy chamber, and you see some like spider webs kind of trailing their way upward.
Oh dear, don't like the looks of that.
Do they have any light?
Is there light?
Are we in pure darkness?
I mean, I guess we're not really in the mission yet, but I would say you guys do have some like equipment. You have match head rounds you could use.
Yeah, I'll load a match head around, and sort of fire because those are flares, correct?
Yeah, like a flare gun.
I'll fire it off in the air to sort of illuminate the area, sort of see how big the spider web truly is.
Ooh, okay. So you're lighting it up. You see, it's not too big. It is sort of encrusted around this like fallen box of granola bars that has sort of like toppled over and made sort of a natural and made sort of a cave. When the light goes up, you see a spider, a jumping spider, pokes his head out, and he's like, "You there? You're from?" And he kind of corrects himself. You are from Hillington, yes?
Yes, we are.
Wasn't to you.
Ah, very good. You see, he's kind of like switching from accent to accent. He's still kind of figuring you guys out. But he's like, please come inside.
Just scanning everywhere.
Do you have a place to sit? These knees could definitely use a rest. But what say you, Sergeant Chano?
I will. I guess we're going in. I feel like this is not great, but it would be rude to ignore the hospitality.
Well, even if someone did plan a trap, it would be kind of rude to not let them try to set it off. Hopefully it goes in their face, though.
That's fair.
Floor of Concrete's like, this is more your line than mine, lad. So in we go. So you head into the granola bars. One of the bars is sort of like come open. There's a bunch of delicious granola fragments on the ground. The spider welcomes you, and he's like, you're worried, yes? Frightened?
Oh, there's always worry to be had in this time.
To some degree, yeah. We are at war. Not us specifically, but everything.
I absolutely agree. My name is Spider Riley, and I am from your I am from Hillington. And perhaps someone could do a roll maybe if they want to like really suss him out. But he does say
What
that
would
he's from
that be?
Hillington.
What would that be?
entail?
Yeah, what kind of
Hmm.
a role would that be?
I know. I could see it being maybe we could do a sway one, like a social one or a consort.
Yeah, I have a Pippin consort.
Yeah, I've got one, but
Yeah, same. I think we've.
I'll roll. The sergeant will. It says
Go
it's his duty to lead.
go for it.
Go for it.
The 4.
Definitely a controlled situation. A 4. Okay. There's probably a consequence for this one. He's telling the truth. He is from Hillington. He's serving Hillington, but his nationality and um his allegiance, you're still not totally sure of. His like true allegiance.
Hmm.
So he says, again, kind of he switches back to a kitchen accent. He's kind of like switching accents. So, did Captain Little send you?
Yes, we were directed this way by Captain Little.
Ah, that's Little. An annoying ant. I dislike him intensely.
Well, at least we're of the same mind.
Seems we'll be getting along quite well.
Very good. And Flora says, we've been ordered to go to Saint Rubbermaid. Little is supposed to meet us there, and we're to assist the trash czar however we can. And Riley says, "Oh, the trash czar. Look, between you and me, the trash czar and his whole empire is not long for this world. But I suppose your orders are orders. I can guide you to Saint Rubbermaid, but it'll be a difficult journey. And in return, you'll need to help me in some of my intelligence gathering military efforts a bit north of here in the freezer."
Sure.
Yeah, I like that attitude. All right,
Wins.
so here's what I need done. He switched to like an aristocratic Hillington accent. So there is a supply mission. The Beetle Weevil troops have been sent from their main basis of operations. Some of their forces have been sent into the freezer, and they've taken up residence in the Jalapeno Popper Canyon. They need to be removed. Additionally, what I would particularly appreciate is a recon mission. The Supreme Commander of Beetle Weevil forces, General Karl von Hotdog, has a camp in the Taquito Mountains. With typical hubris, I believe that General Karl von Hotdog has brought some military plans with him. If his camp could be infiltrated and those plans stolen, it would greatly assist in our war effort here. And then finally, there is a religious mission. A certain icon venerated by the kitchen ants. The icon of the Little Caesar is inside the freezer in the ice packs, one of the coldest and most inhospitable areas. If some of your forces could swipe the icon of Little Caesar and bring it back, all kitchen ants would greatly appreciate it.
That is mighty.
All right, so those are our missions, and I think we're going to switch into the command phase, the campaign phase.
Yep.
All right, so let's start with our quartermaster.
Sure. So, I will say I am out of supplies at the moment, so I can only do base stuff. But
Okay. Let's see. Well, it could be. Okay, so no supply. You have other stuff you guys are working on.
Yeah, we've got could definitely use um I believe yeah. Probably got I can do 2 actions, I believe, if not mistaken. So I believe the first one will probably actually be Liberty because a lot of us
Yeah,
are stressed.
stress is at an all-time high.
Yep. So, but since we, so we will all clear 3 stress and increase Legion morale by 2.
It's good because we lost some Legion
All right,
morale.
sounds good.
And then,
Okay. There's a second one you can do.
yes, I believe so. We do have a long-term project that we could do, or I could do rest and recuperation. I know Ektom could use some healing, but we do have a long-term project. I know that. I just don't remember. So that,
Are we?
what was that?
Nothing. I'll wait.
No, it's fine. You're free to.
Okay, so how much more stress does anybody have, or group wise? How much damage do you still currently have, Sergeant?
How
And
much did I heal from the thing again?
From the Liberty, or
Yeah,
it was 3 stress.
3 stress.
Yeah.
Did it get any healing, like for like
No.
actual harm?
No, that's rest and recuperation.
Okay, I could use some actual healing.
okay. And then how's stress levels for everybody after your Liberty, which I've never heard of. But
My stress level is
amazing.
fine.
Okay.
I'm at like half stress. So
What's that mean total?
3.
Sorry.
3 of 6
Oh boy. Okay.
for stress. I'm good on wounds. So like I said, last session was very stressful.
Got it. All right. I mean, if we're on downtime, I can use the moral support.
Yeah, this is the downtime portion.
I took the moral support option
Ooh, nice.
to do stress. I have 2 tonics, so I can offer up some healing.
Okay. Oh,
Ooh. I bet Lucana would appreciate some healing.
yeah.
Do we need winter gear? Are we going on that one, or are we doing something else?
Winter gear would be extremely useful.
Yes, extremely.
Okay. Can I say that I took that as my second just starting utility thing then? Like I knew I was coming into this mission for that?
Yeah.
No, actually, no, we just got offered it. We just got offered it. What am I saying?
So do you want to give one of the tonics to Lucano?
Yes. If they can just self-administer, then here you go. By all means. Make sure you get every last drop though.
Okay.
Every last drop.
And how much does it heal?
Sorry, I don't remember. Tonics. Let's see. Potions you have to remove pain, heal common ailments, and even sleep. Oh, well, it just tells me what it is. I don't know. GM, any more insight on that?
pop open the playbooks to help you out here. Which one is it again? It's
Yeah,
Um,
oh, is it the first aid ability, or is this?
No, it's just a tonic. It says tonics.
yeah, and the page
it's
will
an
tell you how much
And it says,
harm they remove or whatever.
So is this this is your class, right?
yeah, but in the medic items and loadout, it has tonics. It says potions and drafts remove pain, heal common ailments, aid in sleep, or give mercy to those that cannot be saved. I can literally use it as like a mercy kill, like to over heal, like to try to like over medicate somebody. But
Whoa.
it doesn't say. It says provides one use.
Yeah,
So if you look at
it's
your
in
special
the
abilities,
utility gear. Right. I'll go ahead and make a ruling. You can remove like one level of harm, we'll say.
Okay.
You can always check the rule book later if need
Yeah,
be.
that's true.
Yeah, because I'm not seeing it in standard items or in kits.
Yeah,
I haven't-
it's in
I
like
haven't-
utility. It's utility items and the. I'll take a look through the actual rule book in a little bit, maybe.
All right.
Tonics.
If not, I'll use my med kit. If you would rather do that, I have a fine med kit. So it has like bandages and drafts as well, which is like similar to having like a tonic. Like I'm not sure which one's better to
Right.
apply like now versus like in combat. Med kit sounds like it's like more combat based, but I'm not sure. I'm going with your best guess.
Yeah, that's fair. Well, it says I'm looking. The first aid thing says one use of tonics remove appropriate one level of harm from one person on your mission.
Okay.
I'll say the one level is fine for the tonic.
Okay. And a med kit can do the same thing on like one use of a med kit. Can do like because it says against disease and wounds, but also if the fine one has bandages, drafts, sterile compresses, and medicines.
Yeah, maybe that one will do like 2 levels of harm, sort of like in the field.
Okay, cool.
But you would have to like use your use doctor.
Okay, makes sense. All right, so potions are like a good anytime one one harm, and then I'll use the med kit like when needed. Got it.
Yeah, and that would require using up your doctor skill.
No, that's cool. That makes total sense. I like the clarification. Thank you.
All right.
Yeah, no problem. I know it's
No, remember I'm coming back in
we're
after.
still working through
Yeah,
the
yeah,
rules.
yeah.
Yeah, no worries.
No, it's all good.
We've also
All
taken
right,
some time off too, so it's a
Yeah.
refresher for all of us.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
got our own little Christmas truce.
It's true.
Yeah.
All right, so Nick, did we
Yeah,
so now some healing's been done. Do you want to go for the project or do you want to go for some more healing?
Let's
By the way,
see.
we do have two campaign actions.
Yeah. So the first one was the Liberty, and the second one, take time to listen. Resident recuperation only does like ticks on the clock, so it doesn't. So I think we might continue. I know we had a long-term project, but I might not have actually written it down. I'm sorry. What exactly? I
Oh, that's
believe it.
okay.
Yeah, we were working on siege weapons, if I remember correctly. I don't know if you have any notes on that.
Oh, okay. All right. So that could be like kind of artillery or like armored vehicle equivalent.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, go ahead. You know how much we had before for how much how many ticks on
Not
the
off
clock for the
I want to say it was probably 3. Would be my guess. I didn't write anything down, but we might have to go back in the archives.
Okay, we can always go back and rewatch them. We'll go ahead and move it to 4 then if you want to spend it on.
Sure, yeah. So pick a specialist to lead the project. They roll an action and mark segments on the project clock based on the result. Multiple times, but only working on different projects. Okay.
Okay, so who's rolling?
I think our new grenadier is probably a good person to lead this.
Oh yeah, explosive knowledge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Lucano, go ahead and roll. What are they?
I think it's probably 2 since they have stuff for crit. So just says
Yeah,
roll an
they roll
action.
an action.
Yeah.
Roll in action. And what are we trying to build?
I think it was siege weapons.
Siege
I
weapons.
think. Yeah.
Can I roll shoot? Or actually, can I roll
Seems to me-
martial? The forces that like band together. We all build it together as a group.
Oh yeah, that makes more sense. So yeah, you can go ahead and roll martial for that one.
5 and a 6.
Ooh, nice.
How close to
So-
critical?
Yeah, that was close. So 6 would be 3 ticks. So I guess, well, I guess depending on how many ticks it was. So I guess,
Yeah. Do we know
sorry.
how many it takes to finish a project?
That's probably up to the GM maybe,
Okay.
based off of
Well, I'd
the.
say if we've got.
Yeah.
So how many ticks total have we got, including the new ones?
So we did just get 3 more, and I think you said it was at 4 from the last time. Well, we're at either 6 or 7 ticks.
Oh, okay. I think that's enough to make it done.
All right, cool. So we
Okay,
have
so
some new. Got a new car.
do you want it to be a like an armored vehicle, or do you want it to be like
Sure.
an artillery piece, or a
We'll go with
flying machine?
the flying machine. No, we'll go with the armored car, I think.
Oh, excellent. All
Uh,
right.
I will add a siege weapon.
Excellent. All right. So Clank, which I believe they're called, one of these like Hot Wheels Matchbox racers that has been modified with like a pebble cannon, some a twig emplacement on there, is now ready to roll. Though with the terrain you're going into, it may be difficult, but we'll see how
Yeah.
it goes.
Yeah, maybe that's
But it
for
could be useful.
for a future one.
Yeah. All right. So that's the quartermaster.
Yeah.
Should we do the marshal next, and then the commander?
Okay, yeah.
I think
So,
maybe. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, because if we're doing the marshal, actually, probably should do commander first.
Yes, I was
Like-
thinking the same thing.
I feel like commander's always a good one to go for, which I mean, I don't think we have any uses of the intel. I think we burned it all for the last one.
I think so too.
All right. Well,
sounds-
it could be good. So we're doing the 2 missions. You get the primary and the secondary,
It's true.
It's true.
So
and
Yeah.
there's
Intel
3
and supply.
available. Let me go ahead and let me roll out those missions. So the supply one is you're trying to take over some territory from the Beetle Weevils from the Jalapeno Popper Canyon. So that's like just going head to head with some troops in kind of a straight up fight for supply. The recon is to infiltrate and steal military plans from General Hot Dog's command post on the Taquito Mountains. And the religious one is capturing the icon, the Little Caesar, in the ice packs and then bringing it back. So we got a supply, a recon, and a religious available. So which two of those three sound good?
We have the marshal sheet. Make sure we have the people for those missions. He says recon, supply, or religious.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
We do have enough for any of them. Make sure we have people on board. How are you all feeling?
Um,
I feel like the scouting I mean, I feel like since we have a medic with us today, we should do the religious.
Okay, sure.
At least that's my opinion.
I mean, it could be recon and supply might be a good thing to have for both quartermaster and marsh and commander, but we could do religious and have maybe one of the other two as our secondary.
Should we send out the?
All right, so I'm hearing.
Sorry.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
I was thinking, should we send out the one of these groups to go out on the scouting on the? All right, I lost my train of thought. Dang it.
That's fine.
So do
The
religious
recon-
and then. Sorry, keep interrupting.
Recon secondary.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I feel like that feels right.
Sure.
All right, now I just had an internet hiccup. All right, so the primary is the religious one, and then the secondary is recon.
Yes.
Okay. All right, let's do it. So, is it time? Oh, should we do? You want to do the intel questions?
Certainly yes. Since we hold 0 intel, on our mission, what are 2 approaches we could use here?
2 approaches. Okay, so you have to get into the ice blocks. I'm sorry, the ice packs. Thinking of a wonderful neighborhood here in Sacramento. Okay, so there are 2 approaches. So there is like a straight vertical approach that will take you like up through some like hot box, some hot pockets, boxes of hot pockets, some like frozen pizzas, a big stack of frozen food. It would be a tough vertical climb, but it would get you like right under the enemy forces in the ice pack, just like a straight up climb, a little bit to the side to get into those like kind of side compartments in the freezer where the ice packs are waiting. So that'd be one option. It's dangerous, but it would get you like, kind of right into the midst of the enemy without them noticing. The other one would be a more straightforward attack, which is you're going to have to go like up a sort of slope made from like a package of frozen peas, and that will bring you like right to the heart of the enemy. But they'll probably see you coming if you do that. Either way, it's going to be very cold. It's going to be very difficult. But those are 2 possible approaches.
Maybe we shall outfit ourselves with some winter clothing. I believe that is an option for all of us.
Definitely. Get the winter clothing on.
Yeah.
All right. And I guess that's what you can do for the intel, right?
Yeah, that's all I got.
Okay, so now it's time for the marshal and the engagement roll.
Yes. So, since we're going on a religious mission, did the Court Master send supplies to ward and protect the Legionnaires?
Sure.
Okay. 1 dice. Uh, let's see.
Ooh, does any Legionnaire have a heavy load?
Nope.
I do not know.
Sorry, it's not religious.
Yeah. Wait a minute, that's not religious.
Okay. Is everyone sworn to the Legion?
Still, yeah.
Yeah. I feel like no one's. We didn't spend an intel, just fine. Is everyone on the mission a specialist or soldier? Are we all?
Yes.
Well, that includes. Or is do we have one of the platoons coming with us, or is it just the 3 of us?
That's a good question. That's. I don't know. Are we taking one of the other?
I don't. I mean, Michael, are do we get backup support on this mission?
I'll say Flora Concrete will go with you.
But
some
no
of the
platoons.
Katydids will. Yeah. So some of the Daffodil Regiment will go with you. And it's up to you if you want. I mean, they're pretty. They can handle themselves. They're kind of like, these Katydids. They've been fighting since like the beginning of the war, and they're pretty battle hard.
How do we feel about bringing the plastic platoon with us? Keep them close by. The OGs.
Sure.
Okay. So we don't get a die for veteran. But no one distrusts the Legion or fears to obey orders, and we have all the required specialists on the mission.
Yeah.
Does not mean we get negatives. We only get 2 dice. Hey, that's better.
Yeah.
Something.
Let's see. Not great.
What happened?
I rolled a 1 and a 4.
Okay.
So, we will start out in a risky position, which is always good.
Oh man, the secondary mission is brutal.
Secondary mission is brutal. Do they fail the scouts, or do we lose 2 people? We're pretty good on morale, so I feel like we're okay losing some people. That does mean we have to be careful on on our mission. The Tunnel Boys will suffer some losses. We'll get rid of Private Atkins and Private Zetchdens. Tunnel Boys lose some people, and we lose some morale, but they succeed.
Ooh, all right. So you do get the recon successful. You do get that intel.
Hell yeah. Small price to pay.
Oh boy. Well, have fun writing letters home to their families.
Oh, that's not my job. That's somebody else's. The archivist.
You have some harried ant officer is going to have to do that for the back at headquarters for the Greenleaf Guards. All right.
Bastard.
So with that, let's go ahead and get into your risky position. So, you guys are in the freezer, and you haven't even approached the big stack of like frozen food that leads up to the ice packs yet, or cut around to the side to get to the frozen peas lead up to the ice packs. Instead, you guys are like huddling together in your winter gear, just trying to like make your way into the freezer at all. So you're at like the bottom. You are like moving through this kind of icy field where like a bunch of some like frozen shrimp, like some fish sticks have like fallen out of their packaging and made a chaotic, like rocky filled valley that you're struggling through. And it is freezing cold. There's like bits of actual frost and ice all around you. There's hard, unnatural plastic floor below. Um, all your bugs are like bundled up, just like hunched over. You can feel the cold biting into your skin as you crawl your way along this frozen plain around these huge chunks of like totally frozen food. So, how are you guys feeling?
Well,
Not great.
I could use some tea.
It is pretty cold.
yep.
Can we stop to make some tea?
I don't know if we can light a fire out.
Good point.
A little cold for that.
Still would be nice to have some tea.
What? But hey, as soon as we can get this done, the sooner we can get out of this frozen wasteland.
That's fair. I hope the others are doing better than we are.
All right, so as you're going, something bad happens, and not even from the enemy. You see up ahead, there is like there are other bugs like in here. There's all sorts of military emplacements scattered through. So something you hear looks like some like distant artillery fire, and one of the boxes of like fish sticks shakes and rattles. A fish stick comes free and starts bouncing and smashing its way down towards you.
Avalanche!
So like if it is yeah, it's like a nasty frozen food avalanche. If it cannot stop, there's gonna be some ants smashed all over this fish stick.
Boy. Is there any
Where?
cover nearby? Like
Um,
a box we can like jump behind and kind of like press up against the side.
there is this is a bad situation. There is one of those like frozen pizzas where it's like just the plastic wrapping covers into like a cardboard bag.
Yeah.
And the kind of rounded side of that pizza crust offers some cover, but not as much as a box. That's the only thing that's close by.
I would like to marshal the troops and get everyone as best I can to the safety.
Okay. Good idea. Go ahead and roll Marshall, and this is definitely
Definitely risky.
I want to make sure you get the term right. Yeah, I would say this is risky.
Okay, that's a 4 and a 6.
Hey.
Oh. Excellent. Good rolling. Okay, so with a 6, you do it you do it. You successfully get everybody together. Everyone like huddles over in the shadow of this pizza crust. Everyone huddles together in the shadow of this pizza crust. This fish stick like bounces, rolls across the bottom of the freezer, and then comes to a halt. Flora Concrete like exhales and says, okay, all good. Some internet hiccups there. Flora Concrete exhales and it's like, oh, close one, lads. But I can see we pulled through. Then she like pauses and she looks up and she's like, say there, on top of the old pizza above us by that bit of pepperoni. Is that something burning?
Something burning.
And you see there is indeed some sort of like a small fire or encampment going on, like in the cup of this pepperoni.
Billy, you might get your tea just yet.
Smells lovely too.
Well, I can see if I can scout out what's up ahead.
All right, go ahead and give me a roll for.
Yep.
Or
scout.
Survey. Oh, scout would do it too.
Yeah, I think scout and survey are the same thing. or
Right.
this
Okay.
game's version of yeah.
Yeah,
So,
there is no survey. What am I doing? Yeah, scout.
Yeah.
Scout's the one you want.
yeah. All right. Very nice. 6 and a 5.
Whoa. Okay. Yeah, you see, you like totally understand what's going on here. They are beetles, so you know they're from the Beetle Weevil Empire, but they look like really really bad off. Like their uniforms are ragged and like frozen over. You can see like marks of frost like on their shells. You don't see like any weapons. You see a bunch of these kind of like round beetles all like huddling together from the cold. They look like uh they're way more worried about freezing to death than any like threat from the military.
Okay. So they don't look like they're a threat to us.
Flora says could be deserters.
That's possible. We
Think they're
could
worth talking
try
to?
and we could try and get them on their side, but then they might stab us in the back. Ah. Mhm. There's always the backstabbing. Always.
Well, I love how Max is just like he's prepared for backstabbing.
Well,
All right. So the katydids are like, they're loading up their rifles. They're ready. But Flora's like, so we'll just go approach them all nice and gentle like, all right?
I'll be a distance away with my gun trained on them just in case.
It's a wise decision. There's a bit of linguini over there that could offer you some cover.
Well, I will head over there.
Okay. So you guys are moving in on
Oh.
and as you get closer, you can see like how bad off these beetles are. Like you guys have winter clothing, they do not. So there's only maybe like, 3 or 4 of them. They're just huddling together, kind of frosted over. As they see you coming, one of them like, spreads his wings out and you can see the lines of frost there. Um, and he's like, he says in this totally like sort of uh bizarrely jolly and happy voice, which doesn't seem to match the terrible situation he's in. He's like, "Oh, hello there. Would you like to come join us by this fire?"
Some blowout.
Please have a seat. I am happy to extend the hospitality that I can offer you.
Feel bad that we're talking about murdering these people. Slightly
What's
now,
that?
just
I mean,
slightly.
it's- Max is a paranoid bug now, so
That's fair. I Actom would agree. Be paranoid, but now it feels a little bad for judging.
He's like, please sit and enjoy the fire.
What are you
I would
doing
offer you
all the way out
something to
here?
eat, but I'm afraid we have nothing. You could have some little bit of ice and a tiny scrap of pepper that came free from the pizza. We've roasted that. You're welcome to have a little.
What are you doing out here?
Oh yes. So I am good soldier Shrank. You see that he is a carpet beetle. If you want to take a gander, it's just like completely round little bug. So he says, we are all been recruited from the couch to serve the great Beetle Weevil Empire, and we are out here sort of looking for the enemy, those kitchen soldiers. to engage them and defeat them in martial combat.
Have you even seen fighting before?
He's like, there was a brawl between some of the beetles back at the base camp that I was involved in. It accidentally, I was trying to deliver a new pair of shoes to my commanding officer, and then I ended up stealing a pair of shoes from another commanding officer, and it caused a great deal of trouble. And then I was sent here into the forward infantry, which is where I am now.
I will get close to him and I'll like undo my face stuff, like the face wrappings. Then clearly tell I'm an ant, but like one of my mandibles has been replaced with like a metal and glass prosthetic. Just partially it's just I looked mangled.
He's like, oh, you poor fellow.
That's what war is.
I am beginning to become aware of that.
War is this.
Quick question: which side are you on?
We're
Are
being
you with the
friendly
Beetle
here.
Evil Empire or the what's that?
We're being friendly here. There's no need to worry about side.
Oh, very good. Yes, that's my thoughts exactly. Please have a little bit of
The
charm.
sniper in the background trained on them.
Yep. Just waiting for a signal.
You
Just-
see,
Oh, sorry.
one of the other beetles, yeah, as the sniper's watching them, one of the other beetles kind of like grumbles and is like, "What does the couch even care for the Beetle Evil Empire?" But we have no choice. We were drafted and sent here into the cold with no winter gear provisions.
I can see. You huddle by this fire and you offer generosity to us, so we should at least extend generosity back to you.
Good soldier Shrank says, "Yes, that is very acceptable of you. Thank you." So I
Yes?
suppose I may ask a favor of you. Could you help us get back to our lines or the kitchen lines or any lines or just somewhere warm?
I think we can handle that. I don't think that's too much of an issue to get you back to at least somewhere warmer than this climate.
Oh, how wonderful. Where are you going now?
We have a mission that we're here to do. Remind me, it's we're getting a piece of
Okay.
pizza box, right? That's the religious object.
Yeah, the icon.
Yeah,
The
it's up
icon?
in the ice packs. Yeah, the icon of Little Caesar.
Yeah. Well, we're headed deeper in, kind of gesturing up towards the mountainous things here in the freezer, looking for something of importance.
Very good. I'll come with you.
Right, and hopefully that'll bring you back to a line for you to, enjoy the warmth of whatever hospitality you might find there.
That sounds absolutely wonderful.
Well, good soldier, and I looked towards the curmudgeon soldier.
Yes. All
Let's
right.
go.
He's like, well,
You
I
can
guess
stay
so
here
with
by the
you
fire
now.
if you'd like. You don't have to come with us.
He's thinking about it. He's like, I might as well. The fire looks like it's dying out anyway.
Fair.
All right. So these couch beetles have sort of like joined your ranks. If you can keep them alive.
Yeah, well, this is so nice.
Yep.
We can't kill them yet.
You can see you could see good soldier Shrank is just like totally heedless that he's in this like horrific frozen battlefield. He's just like kind of bopping along, like humming to himself. Occasionally like munching a little bit of the pepper they were roasting.
Just to give the command to move out.
He's like, yes, very good. Let's move out.
So I'm just gonna now that we're like he's with surrounded by enemy soldiers. We're looking for an icon of
Little Caesar.
Little Caesar. I was hoping to see if the other two were gonna jump in with this one. Little Caesar. Do you happen to know where that might be?
He definitely wants to tell you, but I think you're gonna have to roll a sway just to be sure, or somebody else could roll it too.
Yeah, I got nothing in sway, so
Or consort could also do it. It's kind of it's a friendly conversation.
I got.
Or you
I
could
got
try like
consort.
scaring him with a discipline.
No, I think I'll go with consort. I don't want to scare these guys just yet.
Okay, go for consort.
That's a 5.
Definitely controlled. 5. Okay. He'll be like, he says, oh yes, yes. That's actually where we were just camped. Up in the cold where the ice packs are. It was very cold. So yes, there is a fancy picture of a little pizza man
Mm-hmm.
that everyone seemed to care for a lot. It was placed at the top of those very cold ice packs, and it was guarded well enough. There were some of the Beetle Weevil Empire's pretty tough troops, I would say. The Kit Kat cupboard climbers
Mm.
are what they're called. They were not very friendly. I was saluting them just over and over again to make them like me more. And it didn't work out, and they ended up kind of beating me up a few times. But it was all in good fun.
That's cruel and unusual. They're doing to you.
Oh, yes, perhaps.
Well, you can take care of that problem if you'd like.
Very good. I'll help you get the little pizza man back down. I can point out to you where it is. He's like, wait, you are with the Beetle Weevils, right?
I'll just keep on walking.
He's like, oh well, I'm sure it will work out.
That's
just
not the
kinda keeps
answer to
going.
some questions. I will sort of like drift back in the group towards Max. Be like, look, these guys might not like what we're about to go do to their teammates. Take care of these two if you have to. Maybe spare the good soldier guy. He seems kind of nice. The other one, who cares?
How do you want it?
I mean, preferably quick. Only if they seem like they're going to start attacking us. I feel like I talk the good soldier down.
Yeah, you realize these guys have like no weapons, so
Oh, no, I'm all worried about them now.
yeah, they're probably not a threat at all. Like they've lost their weapons and they're crazy kind of ramble through the cold here.
These guys are in like the worst position possible. If they help us, we can
Definitely.
bring them back. We'll bring them back to the warmth of the outside.
Okay. So you guys are heading along. Stilly Dream Tree. You're sort of like, or amongst this this column of troops. Where do you think you position yourself? Like, are you kind of in the front taking point, or like in the middle, or sort of in the back?
I think I would probably normally be towards the rear so that I don't take any direct oncoming fire. I have a chance to get a vantage point, stuff like that. Yeah.
All right. So from the back, you see another danger approaching. Like you guys are kind of you're kind of sitting sort of uphill So you're heading uphill. You're kind of like walking up the sides of these like stacked packages of frozen food. Um, you're kind of towards like sort of the back of the freezer where there's the wall of the device. You hear a like an engine kind of turning on, and you realize that it's the freezer's, it's sort of the cold cycle
Okay.
that it goes through like every so often to keep the food cold. And so it's like this humming, this rumble starts going around, and you see like the
Ooh.
frost like thickening and starting to spin. So this icy blizzard is starting to form and wrap around you guys.
Oh dear, that's kind of scary. Oh, we best get moving real as quick as possible before we all freeze out here, winter gear or not.
Good call.
Double time.
Is there any like danger with moving quicker through this area, or are we able to like just double time it out of here?
Dream Tree, why don't you give me a risky roll of some kind to try and look for or like find a way out of here. So it could be like maneuver, or it could be like
Risky.
scout.
Okay. I will go with maneuver because I do have some of that.
All right, sounds good.
Quick reminder: it's 2d6.
It's however many ticks you have in maneuver.
I apologize. I have 2, so I was
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's 2 dice.
5, 6.
Nice.
Ooh, 6. Okay. Oh, very good. All right. So you spot a package of like frozen burritos. The cardboard is open and offers some sanctuary. So you like hustle everybody inside. You're able to like get them in. They're huddling there as the cold is wrapping around. However, like the cardboard packaging is still slightly open, and if it continues to be open, like while the cold's going, it will come inside and like start freezing up everybody. So someone's gonna have to go ahead and close that cardboard.
Excellent. Okay. And is this like the way we really need to be going to? So if we close it behind us, we're still okay moving forward?
You can keep going, like you can cut like through this burrito package and come out the other side.
Cool. Okay. All right. Who's our sort of like machinist tech?
I don't know if we have any riggers anymore.
No, we don't.
Can I
Well,
research this? Can I?
you can try and do some research and figure something out.
Only
We
'cause
wanna-
wait, does that work on objects or is that just for people?
I think research can count for this kind of situation.
Person, document, or item close with scrutiny to gather information. Okay. Let's see. Research. 1 and 6.
Oh man. Oof. All right. So that's 6. Your research, like as you're looking at, just looking around for, you're like reading the side of one of these packages. You see there is like a hole inside of it, the individual burrito package. So you guys could go in there and like try and wait out the blizzard through there.
Okay, I will present that option. To at least the sergeant and lance corporal, and then let them make a good decision on from there.
I trust you, Corporal. Let's do it.
Best in freezing all of our butts off out here.
That's true.
Okay. Everyone piles into the burrito. One of the katydids like closes it up. All the bugs huddle together against this frozen tortilla with all those delicious ingredients inside.
Trap
And-
beyond.
Yeah. Unfortunately, not very appetizing now. And you guys just like wait out. You hear the wailing of this blizzard as the freezer's mechanisms kind of keeps going, keeps everything cold. After a while, it fades out, and things seem relatively back to normal.
Let's go.
Okay, so you guys start moving out. So the walking line of bugs continues struggling on through the cold, and this is where you kind of reach the two paths leading to the ice packs. So you guys could go straight up the frozen packages, which would be like a nearly vertical climb through mountainous cardboard terrain, or you could try kind of crossing this natural bridge made by this frozen peas package. But that way, the Kit Kat cupboard climbers will certainly see you coming.
Who here has kits as like an option in their loadout? I have a fine kit that can be used for climbing.
Yeah, so you have a climbing kit?
I do in fact have a climbing kit on me. Part of a soldier's loadout is I can have a kit.
Extremely useful.
Not with the medic. They don't even have that option.
I switched out my soldier's kit for the winter clothing.
Mm.
I mean, also extremely useful here.
Yeah.
It does. So my climbing kit has Titan's rope and grapples.
Oh, nice.
So if it's possible, could I lead like the charge and like, with basically kind of like build a path for like slowly bring us up the side of the cliff using some kits.
Yeah. Why don't you go ahead? You can do that, and then maybe I'll let the climbing kit give you like an extra die for what you're rolling for this.
Would it be maneuver probably?
I think maneuver is fair.
Yeah. Not great. A 4 and a 2.
4. I'm gonna say this is risky. Okay.
Yeah.
There's a consequence. You suffer harm, complication, and in a disparate position. I'm gonna give you the choice here. Oh, I should have asked for the devil's bargain to give yourself.
I
one
know.
more
I should have
time.
asked for the devil's bargain.
Yeah, or to push yourself.
myself.
Yeah.
I can't attempt to resist the consequence.
Okay.
At least reduce the effect of whatever you're throwing at me. Let me hear what you're throwing at me first, and I'll see what I'm gonna do.
All right. Well, I will let you decide. So you can take 1 level of harm, or what's going to happen is you get to the top, you successfully make the path. The harm is like you get some minor frostbite as you're pulling your way up.
Yeah.
You successfully make it to the top, but then like as you're putting the last pitton in, your sort of climbing harness like snaps, and you're like suspended and dangling down over this huge fall. You're going to have to ask for a friend to like climb up as fast as they can to help you.
I'll take the harm.
Ooh, okay. So you make it to the top, just pressing your legs and arms against this cold, like chills and hurts. You feel pretty bad, but you're able to do it. And then after that, you get a good. You have this like rope, and this whole sort of climbing pathway built up for the other soldiers.
Awesome.
So, is everybody heading up to join you, or is anybody gonna like try and sneak around or use those frozen peas?
I could probably take the other way.
The other thing we could do is,
alright,
since I'm up there, I could also set the explosive charge to like cause an avalanche down into where their camp is. Because I assume that I'm in an elevated position above them now.
Yeah.
And then you guys could rush in through the main front if you want.
That could work. Sort
The
of.
group's
yeah.
decision. This is a suggestion.
whichever you think will cause the least casualties for us and the most for them.
Well, I think then the height advantage is usually the best option for that.
I
Fair,
like
yeah.
the sound of it.
Firing from a elevated position on top of a hill or a mountain.
That's
Yeah,
if we don't even give them the chance.
that's
You
true.
might take some,
Yeah.
might hurt yourselves climbing up, but
That should be fine.
at least no one will die from gunfire
Yeah. No, yeah.
climbing.
So, all right. We'll take a climb and maybe we can set up an ambush.
True.
All right. So everybody's going up to the top of these cardboard packages.
Sure, let's do it.
All right. You're all up there at the top.
How bad is the sergeant looking after his climb?
Sergeant's looking as bad as like when you first met the sergeant. He's looking that bad now.
Okay. Can I give him some med kit attention before we, since we're like about to get into it?
Definitely. You guys have not been noticed so far, so go for it.
Okay, cool. Then I will use one of my med kits. And since we're out in the cold, the bomb feels like I actually put like lava to your skin, because you know what I mean, like gives that
Mm,
warming sensation at first, and the alcohol to clean and all
Wonderful.
that. And then the soothe kicks in, and then I slap it for good measure, like make sure the bandage stays on there. I'm like, yep, you still feel it? You feel it? Okay, good. It ain't dead yet. Then all right.
I'm trying to stay quiet because we're trying to set an ambush, you bastard.
All right, Lakana, you go ahead and erase one level of harm.
Okay, I will erase my frostbite.
Yep.
All right, so you guys have reached the. Oh, Max, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say I think while that's happening, I'd be sort of like looking for a good vantage point to set up himself as a good sniper would.
Awesome. Go ahead and give me a scout.
Sure. Are we still at risky or are we?
Yeah, I would say so. The enemy's like really close by. There could be other enemies like lurking around this these sort of mountains of like cardboard packaging, and it's still freezing cold.
Okay. No, I'll stick with my 2 so far. I won't push myself yet.
Yeah, or Devil's Bargain always on the table.
Well, it's 3 and a 5, so
Okay. Allocation occurs. Okay. I'm gonna say you get an excellent surveillance of the area, including finding some stuff you weren't aware of before. So looking down from the top, you can see the encampment of these of the Beetle Weevil guys. So the Kit Kat cupboard climbers are like these very fancily dressed beetles. Soldier beetle, I think, is the species that they are. So they're very let's see how best to describe them. They're kind of like long and thin with these like sort of like long, like dark wings and this bright red thorax. And these beetles are all like gussied up in like fancy uniforms, lots of like braid, and these kind of like alpine uniforms with like little bits of colored carpeting like tucked into their little sort of field caps. So while they are fancily dressed, and you better believe they got epaulets on too, big epaulets. Unlike the couch beetles who you encountered earlier, they are like dressed for the cold, and they are like fully armed and look ready to throw down. So they have a sort of encampment. They've like set up a few puff balls, a few like chunks of cardboard to make some cover, and then in the middle of their encampment is the icon, a bit of a cardboard Little Caesars pizza box, showing little. I don't know if he has an official name. Little Caesar, Little Caesar himself. in all his orange triangular glory, kind of like leaning there against the wall. You also notice something else. As you're kind of like sweeping your scope around to survey the area, you see there are some other bugs that are like dug in. These are Nessenheim bugs from the Nessenheim Empire.
Hmm.
Patrick, you're shaking your head?
Those bastards. You're here.
Yep.
Yeah. And these bugs, like, they look really prepared for the cold. They're actually wearing like full white. They have like climbing gear and equipment, and they also have scoped rifles. You recognize these are the Roof Corps, spelled with a K, of course, which are Nessenheim's like mountain climbing troops. So far, they haven't spotted you, but like they got, they have scope rifles. When stuff comes down, they can probably start putting some shots in. But then, Max, you wind up in a desperate situation because the footing slips out from under you. Kind of the little cardboard part of the box like flaps up to let people reach in, tilts just a little bit, and you like tumble off and start falling down. You're able to like grab onto the edge of it and hold it, but like your feet are dangling, and you are dangling down this huge tower. So far you haven't been spotted, but like it's only a moment of time, or you could fall to your doom.
Yeah. Well, I mean, definitely try and pull myself up, but
Do any of us notice this?
All right. I mean, I don't think Max was like hidden or moving too far away from everybody else. So yeah, everybody notices.
I'll scuttle over and attempt to help him.
Okay.
I will.
You have to do a roll because it's going to be desperate. So you can go ahead and mark experience.
Yeah, I will. I'll take a stress to give you a D6.
okay.
Okay.
So
What
kind
kind
of
of maneuver, perhaps?
Yeah. All right. Let's do these three. And yeah, that one's real cocked. 2 5s and a 2.
Ooh. Okay, so you don't fall to your death.
No.
This is a severe complication. Okay. I'm gonna say as you pull back up though, the lid tilts down and a bunch of frost that had crusted there like rains down in a chunky, noisy rain.
So with that, I just sort of like quickly say what we're up against, and they probably just saw that.
Got it. Is there a place where I could set up this explosive charge to like once the fighting starts, then detonate it, so not do it immediately?
I think so. Go ahead and give me. I'm trying to think what's the best. Maybe we'll say you place charge. We'll call it like a rec roll.
I'd say so. Yeah.
You can do that like in the midst of battle.
Yeah.
Or I was gonna do like the setup maybe.
Yeah, you find
setup. Yeah.
What's that?
Like the setup before the they start shooting.
Right. Yeah. So you're gonna be able to like set it up on like maybe some of these smaller boxes. There's like a big like carton of ice cream. Like not super big, but like a Ben and Jerry's size one.
Oh yeah.
You're able to like get some explosives like in the inside of that, or on the side of that,
and get it just sort of shaped in such a way that just like when it detonates it, it's just poof, do right into their encampment.
Yeah, and it will like either drown them with ice cream.
Worst ways to go.
Carton to fall on them. Yeah, the best insect's dream death, perhaps.
Sugar lava.
All right, so it's yeah. All right, it's set up. Dream Tree. I want to check in on you as right now you can see the Kit Kat cupboard climbers. They're like moving into position. They're starting to like bring up their rifles and open fire on you guys. What are you doing?
I think I am making sure that I have a clear line as much as possible to anybody. So I'm trying to position myself that, whoever gets hit first, whoever cries out medic, or if I just see like um anything advantageous, I want to be positioned good. So that's what I'm doing first. That's my first goal always, is like, is there anyone that I cannot get to? Why not? And then maybe, are they in bad positioning? Should I yell at them to be like, get back? If not, then that's all I'm trying to
Um,
do first.
I think everyone is pretty taken cover. I think the what you do see is someone who immediately needs help. You see Colonel Shrank um is like just cries out like, "Oh, the kitchen soldiers are shooting at us." And then he trips on a bit of frozen ice, falls back and like smacks his shell into a chunk of like frozen ice cream that leaked out of the Ben and Jerry's, and sort of like impales himself a little bit and gets like
Oh,
stuck there.
Oof. Okay. That
So
would be
he
my.
definitely needs some medical
I think
attention.
that's my first attendee.
I think
All
so
right,
too.
you rush over. Okay, so you could spend a doctor for this. You could do
Yeah, I'll gladly do that. I have
okay, and
two
I don't think you need to roll
that I
for that one.
marked. How do I do that?
I think you just mark it and it happens.
Oh, dope. Okay, so I'll mark one
yeah,
of those off because I have two of those. Because I start with one and I added one.
nice.
Because I know you can go to two when you begin, right?
Hmm.
Okay, cool. So I did that. I'll look at him, dead in the eyes. My eyes will widen, soft, and even glaze over a little bit, just to really capture his attention. And be like, oh, it's not as bad as it seems. I'll just pull him off right then and there. I'm like, all right, there we go, there we go. On to battle you go. Spank his bum, and then trot back to sort of midfield again, so I can be ready.
All right. Flores, let's check in on you. I think at this point, the caddy dids and the other members of your squad are like exchanging fire with the climbers.
Alrighty.
Um, so there was like so there was like splinter rifle fire kind of like crackling up and down sort of between this but down these like mountains.
Alrighty. I don't think I can really attack from hiding or spring a trap, can I? At this point.
You have a detonator. You can have
Probably
the
not.
explosives.
You
Okay.
could
Well, yeah.
remember your goal is to get the Little Caesar, get it out of there. So an avalanche of ice cream might mess that up.
Fair. Yeah, that should probably be a last resort, maybe, or like
Yeah.
maybe on our way back. So with that, I think I'm gonna look for sort of any sort of like commander that I could find.
Ooh, okay. Um, I'm not gonna make you roll for that one because like it's pretty obvious. I mean,
Hmm.
all these guys look like super officers with all of their kooky, with their crazy uniforms. But you do spot one who's like, the little bit of carpet feathering in his cap is like way bigger than the others, and he has like a huge sash on, so he
Mm,
looks like
hmm.
some kind of a commanding officer.
All right. Um, this wouldn't happen to be a threat two or higher, would it?
I would say this whole situation's threat too. Like that's what the
Well, yeah,
climbers
but
are,
I'm
or at
sorry.
least this
I'm
batch of
trying
them.
to add to my notches, which is if I land a killing blow on a threat two or higher opponent, I can mark experience.
Oh, okay. Um, I don't know. I'll say this officer, like, I mean, the whole unit might be considered a threat too, but the officer
Sure.
probably isn't.
Okay.
However, the
That's
roof
fine.
core snipers are a threat too.
Okay. Yeah, snipers are probably a more pressing.
Yeah, so you can kind of decide if you want to attack them or if you want to fire on the climbers.
think being a sniper, I know how advantageous snipers and their positions are. So I'm gonna try and take one of them out. Or at least maybe get them to
Right.
move.
Yeah, good idea. Okay, go ahead. Give
So
me. I mean, you know what it is. It's shoot.
yeah, and I'm going to use one of my uses of aim to um increase the effect of the shot. And
Oh, excellent.
I think I will also hmm. Well, no, I've got 3 in shoot, so I think I'll risk the 3. It's fine. So
Oh, go ahead and mark experience too. You're on a desperate,
yes.
and also Dallas. You should have marked experience for saving our bug friend too. Or actually, no, I guess you didn't roll. So yeah, never mind. I apologize.
There's a 6 in there.
Oh, just the one or
Just one. Yeah, 6,
just
4,
one?
1.
Okay, it's not critical,
Nope.
but very good.
Yep.
So yeah, you
And it
spot
is
one of these like roof core ants like perched on some frozen packaging further back. Like, how do you take them out?
basically it just sort of using that's right, I'm using Daze rifle now. With my scope like onto it, I sort of looking at it just like, you're too exposed, man. Click. Just sort of right through the eye. Actually through his scope.
Oh man, through the scope,
Ooh.
you hear the little tinkle of like the tiny blast fragments that he's put into this like wooden scope for his splinter rifle, and like just bug goo sprays back from the back of his head as he collapses against this package, forever staining the frozen taquito that perhaps would soon be enjoyed by the Bloom family after with some bug guts on them now. Ew. All right, Sergeant Lucano. It still looks like kind of like an even match between the Daffodils, the Katydids of the Daffodil Regiment, your guys, and then the Kit Kat covered climbers down below.
Can I pull up my heavy twig emplacement, my twig emplacement, and just kind of rain fire from above just into their trenches?
Absolutely.
I'm just trying to
Yeah,
like
I think
mess up their lines as much as possible.
go for it. What do you think you're rolling for this one?
Probably wreck.
I like it. It is going to be desperate, so you can mark experience.
Okay, I'm also going to use a grit to push myself.
Okay.
I am relentless. It's 5 and a 2.
Could be worse.
All right.
It could be worse.
Absolutely. You just like unload twig emplacement. A bunch of these like fancily dressed beetles are just like torn apart. Bug pieces like spray onto these ice packs. These are like the the cooling packs you put in yourself when you're injured that are kept on like in the freezer.
Yeah.
Now there's bug chunks all over them.
Oh, chunks.
Yeah, bug chunks. So pretty gross, but you've like torn apart the front lines of the Kit Kat climbers. Okay, I think there's going to be a serious complication,
That's
which
fair,
is
yeah.
that you hear shouting from their officer, being like, "They have come for the little Caesar! Quick, take him out of the freezer! Get it now! Hurry!" And you see a bunch of these beetles like rush back. They like kind of throw the little Caesar cardboard on their back, and they start like taking it down the P slope to try and get out of here. While some of them are still staying in a rear guard.
Ooh, those bastards.
All right. Dream Tree. while this is going on, the other roof core snipers are moving further in, and there is some more shooting going back and forth. You successfully save Shrank, but now like both you and him are are pinned down by the sniper fire. So you're huddling there together on the I'm trying to remember. Oh yeah, you're huddling in the shadow of the Ben and Jerry's as these like sniper rounds are whistling past you and like punching into the ice cream.
Can I try to give any like words of like motivation to this soldier that's by me, to maybe like a bit of bravery will inspire them to not like jump out to kill themselves, but to really like make a good maneuver so we can get out of there, maybe? Because I don't have weapons. I'm light armor, so I seem non-threatening and I can move around fast. And I am like pretty much ready to heal people. I got books and scrolls and winter wear. So is that possible to use like maybe like discipline? I have like dot and discipline to be like, aim. If you think you're off, aim again, then fire. Like something like that. But we need to get out of here.
I think so. All right, go ahead and roll discipline. And this will be desperate, so please mark experience.
Okay. All right, so 3.
You got a 3? Oh, before you, I should have asked. We'll just do it now. Do you want to do a devil's bargain or push yourself for another die? Oh,
I have no idea what that means.
So devil's bargain is like you get one more die, but if it still fails, something really bad will happen.
Sure, because
I will say
we're probably going to die anyway. So yeah.
Oh, okay, go for it.
I mean, you said like
roll one more die.
You said we're pinned down and bullet holes are coming through our cover. So
yeah, you could also push yourself too to get another die, which would give yourself some stress.
Okay. Yes. That sounds better. That sounds better than the devil's bargain first, and then I guess I would plea. So I mark a stress.
2 stress.
2 stress. Okay. All right. 4.
4. Okay.
Yeah, 3 and a 4.
It's better than a 3, so probably worthwhile. Okay. So you're gonna suffer 1 level of harm.
Okay.
In a bizarre way. So Good Soldier Shrank, he doesn't have a weapon, but your speech inspires him so much that he charges at the snipers anyway.
Are you giving
bumps? He bumps into like a pack of popsicles, which like slides out. The popsicle like slides out of its package. The popsicle stick end smashes into the roof core sniper, bisecting him and killing him. But then as the popsicle like kind of slips back, a chunk of it like rips off from the front, spins through the air, and like gouges into your side.
Oh,
Shrank is like, oh God, what have you done? I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to. To both you and the sniper that he's killed.
But look what you've gone and done. Good work.
All right, Max. This chaotic situation to the popsicles happening behind you. There are still there are still more roof core snipers.
Okay.
But more immediately, not too many more.
Yeah.
But more immediately, Little Caesar is being stolen away. What do you do?
Yeah. I think I'm gonna do some cover fire, which is a fun little ability that I have. Is if I set up someone with shoot or provide covering fire, they gain potency in their next action. So I think I sort of changed my sort of tactic and sort of start taking pot shots at the Beatles, carrying the icon. to sort of try and slow them down. And
Ooh, excellent. Okay. So this will give whoever goes next like extra effect for their rolls.
yes, they get potency, which I think is just sort of like I can never remember what potency is exactly. But I think it is just sort of it raises the like, because it's not exactly, it doesn't, I I don't know,
Yeah, I don't think it's like an
potency's weird.
official. Yeah, there's like an official mechanical thing for it.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Okay, it
I
says
think it just increases your
factor-
effect.
Oh, okay, it
Yeah.
does. Okay. So yeah. So
all right, go ahead with that covering fire. Still desperate because I mean that icon's slipping away, so be sure to mark experience.
alrighty. Whoop. And I think I will push myself. I can do at least one
All
push.
right. I could give you a devil's bargain too if you want. So
Isn't it either or?
yeah,
What is the devil's bargain?
if you would rather. Ooh, okay. So you will fire and successfully give covering fire. Unfortunately, you will leave yourself exposed to the remaining roof core snipers.
Gotcha. Mm, shoot, I think I'm okay with just taking the stress.
Okay, go ahead and mark that 2 stress,
Yep.
and then go on and roll.
Yeah. That's a cocked boy right there. Yeah. Okay, 2 3s, a 1, and a 5. So 5.
Oh boy, I mean, you think oh those dice, one of them would be a 6.
Right?
5's not so bad though. All right, I'm gonna say you are gonna take 1 level of harm.
Okay.
As you're like firing down, one of these Kit Kat soldiers like fires back at you, and it's like a nasty graze into your side that hurts you. However, they are definitely like dashing to recover. They're like being slowed, and they sort of like drop the icon below them. All right, Lucano.
So they've dropped the icon.
Yeah.
Okay. Can I? What's the next big thing to the sniper? The snipers are still active, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is icon far enough away that an avalanche wouldn't affect it?
I would say so. Yeah.
I'm going to
There's
trigger the
definitely a lot
avalanche.
more. Trigger the avalanche. Awesome. Okay.
Yeah.
You get everyone out of the way. Go ahead and roll wreck.
Okay. I'm going to use another grit. Myself another D6 for this. It's a 4 and a 6.
Hey.
Okay. Ooh. Oh, mark experience too. That was desperate.
Awesome.
But yeah, very good with the 6. Okay. So you detonate it. These explosives in the side of the Ben and Jerry's goes off, and then this like this torrent of I don't know what's the funniest Ben and Jerry's flavor.
Fish food.
Yeah,
Because they're gonna be fish food.
Yes, fish food's very good. Comes also one of my favorites of the
So good.
wonderful Ben and Jerry's line. Love fish food.
Also, since we're talking about avalanches, Rocky Road.
Oh man, Rocky Road would have been a great choice
Yeah.
too. I like fish food because there's nothing funnier than like you see this this Kit Kat climber officer pointing out like avalanche, and then a giant like chocolate stuffed fish is like flying over and just flattens him. So this great stream of fish food just like pours over, wipes out the soldiers who are on top of the ice packs, just cleans them away, and they are gone. There's only like 2 or 3 Kit Kat soldiers left that are trying to move the icon. And there's still a few roof core snipers, but they're kind of realizing that like this is we might not win this situation here. So Dream Tree, what are you doing after you just see this like ice cream flood go past you? The fish food flood.
I quick touch the holy symbol dangling out of my left ear. Just say a small prayer for all the lives most likely lost, because it's all bad on either side, no matter what. And say, well, at least it wasn't us. And I will I will do my best to aid. Wait, so the symbol is down and able to be gotten or not?
It can be gotten, but there are like active Kit Kat soldiers around it.
Hmm. Geez. Is there anyone else around me that I can sort of try to rally and like focus fire on them so that I can hopefully give time for others to double that down, get themselves together? Or is anyone else that really is injured? Because I don't think you mentioned anyone else was really
I think Flores is injured.
Oh, okay. Am I able to get to them?
I think so. I think Flores, are you like super far away from the rest of the soldiers or no?
I'm like a little bit, and I'm obviously at a higher vantage point than most, so but yeah, I'd probably be like a decent distance away.
Okay. All right. So give me a maneuver, or something else that you think of that. We could say it's risky.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I'll peer up and just put my hands on my hips, be like, "Ah, of course you would be that far away. Okay. And then maneuver. That's because that's like
Yeah.
going through terrain and stuff, right? Okay, good. Yeah, I may try. I put another one in that one, so I was able to get around. So I got 2 on maneuver. 6-6.
Hey, I think that might like be like our first crit, or
I
no?
think it is.
This might be the first crit we've ever had.
Woo!
Amazing.
So I tied
Flores,
my
how
boots
much
correctly
harm?
that day.
Hmm?
Sorry.
Yeah, Flores, how much harm do you have like total?
I've only got one level 1, so
Oh, okay. All right. I won't. I was gonna say I maybe take away 2, but something else. Okay, so that harm is gone, and then another good. Okay, um, Estelle, as you're like dashing along, you bump into good soldier Shrank, who falls down again, spins over and rolls, bumps into a frozen corn dog that was like standing straight up, accidentally knocks it over. It falls down and lands in front of the icon. It smashes like 2 of the soldiers guarding it. So there's only like 1 left and stops their escape.
Oh, you seem blessed today, son. That's for sure.
Shrank's like, does this keep happening to me?
he's the bumbling idiot. Oh my god, I love him.
All right.
Awesome.
Lucano. So the icon's within reach. You guys just got to go down and claim it. But there still are some snipers out there.
It's my turn, right?
Yes.
I'm just got the death wish. I'm just gonna run it.
Okay, go for it.
I will just. This is probably just a maneuver, correct?
Yes. Oh, and you have potency.
I do.
So
Okay.
it'll be increased effects.
I will take a. I will take a devil's bargain.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you'll probably be caught out by the snipers in the open if you do this. That's the most.
Yeah.
obvious
that's
one
fine.
there.
Five and a
Desperate
six.
as well. So please. Ooh, okay. Please mark experience.
I will.
And with that 6, you guys dash over and you get the icon. You like pick up this big chunk of cardboard showing the Little Caesar's face. All right, Flora says, "Right, that's sorted. Let's get out of here."
All right. Sweet. Yeah. I think just for the fun of it, Flores will just line up one last shot on a sniper.
Good idea. Parting shot.
Yep.
Okay, it's desperate. You're in a sniper duel, so let's see what happens.
Alrighty. Final taken prowess.
Let me know if you want to push yourself or add a devil's
I
bargain. Yeah.
Can't push myself yet. I don't have enough stress to push myself, so what is the devil's bargain?
Let me see. Okay, so you'll take out the sniper. You will be at a great risk of being captured. And your character, like, will start the next mission captured.
This might be worth it. I think it's worth it.
Okay. Let's do it.
Oh, so close to a crit. I got 2 5s and a 6. Ah, so close.
Ooh, okay. Oh man. But that's still good though. A six pulls it off and you're not captured.
Yeah,
You successfully
it was 6 5 5 3.
You just like, as you guys are dashing away, you like spin back, just pull up the scope, see one more of these roof core ants like peering down, aiming at you, and like just bam, fire, cut him right in the midsection. His body like topples off of this huge tower of frozen products and like falls all the way down, vanishing in the frozen mist.
360 no scope, bitch.
Yes, dude, no. So, after that, you guys make it out of the freezer. Floor concrete like leads you guys out through this little crack in the freezer. You make it back to the counter. And pretty soon you are joined by Spider Riley once again. So he sees that Little Caesar icon. He's like, very good of you to retrieve that for me. Can I hold on to it for you? I assure you it will be in very good hands.
Right. I'm not the one with the
Why not? Okay. All right. So he takes it, he kind of wraps it up in some webbing. And he's like, if you would come with me, you will go to the Sugar Bowl. That's the forward operating post of the Kitchen Empire, where the Trash Czar himself has taken command of the kitchen's forces. But as he's going, he's like, but I should warn you, another enemy of yours is already there. A certain Sir Basil Rosemary Time.
Hmm.
And as you're going along, good soldier Shrank, who you successfully kept alive through all this, says, "Oh, Sir Basil Rosemary Time. I've actually I've met him before.
Yeah, we've met as well.
Yes, he was a very weird ant.
He is definitely weird.
It was, you see, I was actually captured by the Kitchen Empire soldiers. But I was wearing one of their uniforms, so they thought that I was one of them, and then they like gave me all these medals and rewards, and it was a general's uniform, so they mistook me for a general for a while. And I was in sort of the higher command in the Sugar Bowl there. It was a very interesting experience.
Wow.
But what I overheard, I heard him and the Trash Czar talking. They mentioned something about there was lots of insurrection and war in the heart of the kitchen, on the floor of the kitchen. And the Trash Czar was talking about how terrible it was, how he's trying to send more and more soldiers to both force out the Nessenheim bugs and also stop these insurrections. And he mentioned how there are all of these refugees that are now running and trying to flee and head to the St. Rubbermaid for safety. And I don't know why, but Sir Basil Rosemary Times seemed extremely interested in the refugees. It's probably nothing.
Just
All
like
right.
that.
Sorry, what was that?
No, just a dislike that.
Yeah.
So with that in mind,
It's
when you guys heading towards, oh yeah, Max, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna like wrap an arm around him and just like, I really need to tell you some of my theories, and I sort of.
So with Shrank in tow, you guys head towards the Sugar Bowl, the forward command post. You see all of these elite kitchen troops and the Trash Czar himself, and that is where we will pick up next week. We'll do the level ups real quick though, but that is where we'll continue the adventure of World War Bug. But let's go ahead and do those level ups real quick before we say our farewells. So Dallas, let me find the medic. We got the officer, scout, sniper, rookie, soldier. I missed it, but if you have it, you can go ahead and ask me those questions, or ask yourself those questions.
Got it. So let's see. When you
Here
roll
we go.
expert action, mark an experience at the end of each mission, mark 1. If I survived, mark 1.
Yep.
Yes.
Let's see. If you helped your squad through enforcing discipline or strategic planning. I think
I'd say so.
I think I sort of got some discipline into our bumbler. What's his name again?
Shrank.
Shrank.
Frank.
I'm not sure if you call it.
Yeah.
That's the closest I could think of as far as enforcing discipline. Strategic planning was definitely more on Lance Corporal and Sergeant for sure.
Right.
Let's see.
I think for the medic it says you help your squad through medical knowledge or emotional comfort, which you definitely did.
Okay. Got it. And then if you brought into play your heritage or traumas, did both, and then per threat of the highest threat opponent on the mission. So I don't think I got those.
Let's see. Well, the highest threat was 2 from the sniper, so go ahead and take 2 from there.
Oh, okay.
And I guess heritage, I don't know, did being a ladybug come up that much?
No, I just tried to pick a bug that would stand out, like, something red on the field, like, don't shoot me, I'm here to help. That's why I chose that. As like
That's
light
so
armor.
cool.
Because really you're not supposed to hit them, right? So
Yeah.
like that's fair play and all. But
Yes.
war is war, and I luckily didn't get shot too much.
It's also bad luck to squash a
Yeah.
ladybug.
That is true.
Oh, good point.
Yes, so that's
Crazy chest.
Yeah, I would say for that reason you can get yourself another one
okay.
for the ladybug of it all. All right. Flores, how about you? Let's go check out the sniper.
Yes. So I did survive, so that's 1. Help the squad through keen observation or key shots. I would say so.
Oh, definitely.
Brought into play heritage or traumas. I think my little paranoid bullet hint was playing through. So at least one.
I think so. Almost killing innocent Shrank before he even introduced himself.
Yeah.
Thank God you didn't.
Yeah, it's true. And then 2 more for the threat. So that's a total of 5 for me.
All right, Lucano.
Let's see. So, I survived. That's a point. Did I help my squad through courage and determination? I think I did. That's kind of his jam.
Absolutely.
Did I bring to play my heritage and my trauma? Definitely trying to have this good person, this good soldier, Shrink, trying to get him dissuade him from war. Showing off my visage as part of the haunted, and then being just warm and generous is actually part of my heritage traits. So, 2.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So yourself the 2 there.
And the highest enemy was a 2 as well, correct?
Yes.
That's 6 points.
All right. Very good. So you got a few more ticks towards leveling up. And hopefully more to come when we play episode 2 next week. I think we may take a few more gaps later on in the month, but I'm hoping we can keep plugging along and keep that World War going.
Oh God.
Another rough one, another clincher.
The visual of the freezer just reminded me of being a bachelor back in the day. The burritos and corn dogs and Little Caesar and yeah.
It's nothing like a well-stocked freezer.
Yep, that's what it was. And nothing in the right box. Everything's kind of open. Yeah, kind of nice. Kind of like living with teenagers too. So thanks, guys. Thanks for hanging out with us. Thanks, Londell, for hopping in. Our tried and true, one of our longest fans of our streams. Londell was back in tonight and chatting with us. So thank you so much for watching. Thanks, everybody, for playing. We love doing this. We do it for fun. Please check it out. We're on wherever you're watching it. We're going to be back on there again next week. We are doing a Tuesday, from what I understand. If not, turn on your alerts on all the things. Turn on all your alerts, all the alerts. Just have your phone going off 24/7. It's totally fine. Kind of like Discord before you manage it, So, thanks, guys. It's been really fun. It's good to be back. It's good to be back in this room and doing these things. So, until next week, make sure to pull up a chair and make time to tabletop.
Time to
Tabletop.
tabletop.
Row your boat.
Happy New Year.
Yes, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year's.
We will see you again.
Woo.